Today we'll be talking about an extremely simple topic. What is the difference between an MP and an MLA? There are two types of governments in India, the state government and the central government. The parliament is considered to be the supreme legislative body of the Republic of India. And there are two houses in the parliament. The Lok Sabha, which is also called as the lower house of the parliament, and the Rajya Sabha, which is also known as the upper house of the parliament. And there are three types of elections: Lok Sabha polls, Rajya Sabha polls, and the state legislative assembly polls. Now, talking about the Lok Sabha polls, these polls happen in every 5 years, and it's the people, basically us, who get to choose the leaders. Whoever is eligible to vote can go ahead and vote for the leaders from the constituency. There are 545 seats, out of which 2 are reserved for Anglo-Indians, and the members of these 2 seats are chosen by the President of India. So only 543 seats are left. The seats are divided according to the states and the population. So whichever party manages to secure more than 50% of the seats or more than 272 seats can form their government in the center. The elected members then choose for the Prime Minister. For example, the Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP is in the center right now, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in power. Now, coming to the Rajya Sabha polls, these elections are completely different from the Lok Sabha polls. The people get to choose the Rajya Sabha members indirectly. It's basically the MLAs who get to choose the Rajya Sabha members. The Rajya Sabha has 245 seats, out of which 238 members are elected by the MLAs and 12 are elected by the President of India. Now, these 12 members have to be from the background of science, social, arts, or literature. Coming to the third type of polls, which is the state legislative assembly polls, which is also called as the Vidhan Sabha elections. These elections are very much similar to the Lok Sabha elections. These happen in every 5 years, but the only difference is that different states go into polls at different time of the year. The parties then have to cross the majority mark to form their government in the state. So, for example, the state government in Maharashtra is comprised of the Congress, NCP, and the Shiv Sena. The elected leaders then choose for their chief minister, who is now Uddhav Thackeray. Now, coming to the main point, what exactly is the difference between an MP and the MLA? A person who is the member of the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha, or basically a member of the parliament, is called as an MP. An MLA is elected through the Vidhan Sabha elections or the state legislative assembly elections, which is also called as the member of the legislative assembly. These members sit in the Vidhan Sabha and make the laws. The MPs in the Rajya Sabha are then sent through the MLAs or from the different states.